This conference came from a time I was in the airport, and I was going through a period in my life where I was stressing, and I was starting to lose patches of my hair. And I was thinking I was this picture of health and all these different things, and I realized how stress affected me. So I saw this book called Thrive in the airport by Ariana Huffington. So I picked it up, and I was coming back, I think, from California, and I was reading it, and I couldn't put the book down. So the story is when she was going through this stressful period when she started the Huffington Post, and she was working 17-hour days, and it sounded like a lot like me, like I do now. And she didn't know it. She passed out and hit her head on the corner of her desk, and then it made her reevaluate her life. So she stepped back, and she started interviewing all these health professionals. So what I did is I decided to do is I was like, man, I'm not the only person going through this, so let me see how many people I can get together. And I think I overdid it today because I tried to pull the room as many people as I could to actually just give you the information that you need to thrive. So one of the other things that came out in the years to develop is Health on Earth is my baby, and it started out as just showing people how to have health on earth. So I came up with this book called Overlooked. There's 7 core values that we can no longer overlook in our lives anymore, and I won't stand for it. Anybody that I've actually came in contact with, I'm always constantly giving the same message. Number 1 is that we cannot forget faith. We have to learn how to walk by faith. So no matter what you're going through, I want you to actually focus on where you want to be and don't worry about how you're going to get there. Does everybody understand that? The second one is servanthood. We have to start working our ability to do something for other people. We live in a selfless world where everybody's always worrying about themselves. And so we got to start worrying about other people. There's healing in doing something nice for other people. And then you have to have a core group. And that core group is your family, your friends. And not just people that borrow stuff from you all the time, but these are the people, your support system. These are people that you can count on that's going to actually be there for when you go through stuff. Those are the people that have the greater outcomes in different things. And number 4 is chiropractic. If you see what I see on a daily basis as far as this spine, everybody in this room will be under chiropractic care. We can no longer overlook that. Arthritis is crippling us. That's one of the largest causes of disability in the United States. Some people sitting here right now, and they can't even lift their arm up to comb their hair. They can't even walk down the block without their knees hurting. What happens with that is you have to look at your posture and your structure. I want everybody in this room to sit up because you walk up to a different point, and what happens is when you have these misalignments in your body. First, let me take a step back. How your body works is this. Just a quick scenario. What happens is the brain controls everything. Got it? Now the brain sends message down the spine like a river. Got it? That river supplies everything in your body. Those nerves. That's how God moves through your body. That's how life flows through your body. Now what protects that is the skull, the brain. Then you have vertebrae that protect the spinal cord. Then you have bones that give us structure. So the spine has 2 functions. Number 1, it keeps us upright. And number 1, it protects the spinal cord. Now what happens is if we start falling and slipping and stressing and all these different things happen, it causes stuff to tighten up and to move. And when it tightens up and when it moves, it begins to actually cause the body to become weak. And whatever those nerves supply, they get weak and they start to degenerate and eventually cause diseases. If we have to let this stuff stop, we have to understand that the structure is everything. So your posture is the window to your spine. So if you're walking around texting all day, sitting behind a computer all day, if you're walking around and you fall and you get in accidents and all these different things happen, your body's going to break down by depositing calcium there to try to stabilize it. And that's how we get these conditions called arthritis. That's how we get sciatica. That's why I get tired of seeing people come in. I just start laughing now because I see what it is and we can stop it. And so what I encourage you to do is to get that book, number 1, not because of that. It's not for me. It's for everybody in here. And the other thing we got to look at, too, is out of that, is we got to put the right things in our body. I don't want to reiterate what everybody else said. That's very, very important. The other thing is we got to exercise properly. I want everybody to start exercising. You know how many people don't exercise and wonder why they're overweight? How many times I get in consultations and people say, I can't lose this weight. I said, what are you doing? Nothing. It's the wrong answer, right? And then with exercising, stop spending 45 minutes on a treadmill and expecting to lose weight and you're not doing it right. We're not doing it right. You have to exercise components of 3 components. Number 1, strength. You got to do some kind of weight training. Number 2, cardio, anaerobic. That's where you got to get that heart rate up and down, up and down. That's where you burn fat. And then the third one that we overlook all the time is stretching. It's mobility training. You got to stretch. You got to stretch those tight muscles up. And then after we go from that point, we got to understand the difference between sleep and rest. You got to get rest. That's one of the things that I constantly have to put myself. I'm a type A, gotta go work all day person, but I have to turn it down. We have to stop pushing ourselves past the limit, drinking coffee all day, Red Bulls, energy drinks, and all these things that make it through. Listen to your body. If your body's tired, that tells you need to sit down and rest. Because if it don't, it's going to force you to sit down, and you're not going to have a choice. And then we have to start sleeping. How many people suffer from insomnia? You have to turn that down. Insomnia, if you don't sleep, there's no way you can be healthy. There's no way. I went to a seminar one time, the guy said, we don't need 2-3 hours of sleep. It's wrong. You're going to die. You're going to die a lot faster than you're normally going to die. So if you want to reverse that, get some sleep and rest. But most importantly, thriving doesn't only just start right here with you sitting and listening to everybody in this room. Thriving starts the minute that we walk out this door. Thriving starts the minute we walk out of this door. You know what I had to do to get some of these people here, and they will come, some people late, and I wonder if they're going to show up. So I overbooked this thing, right? Because I want these people to pour into you. Some of these people heavyweights. Do you know what it took for me to get some of these people here? Just to tell you, this strokes. You know how many people deal with strokes? Dr. Neelam is a fire. She's awesome. Dr. Takuchi, cardiologist and oncology. You got cancer and heart disease at the same time. This stuff can be reversed. They can be over. We just got to pay attention. So what I want to encourage you to do, continue to go out here and thrive. Thank you for coming. Next year, same time, we're going to pack this room out. Or we're going to do whatever we got to do to continue to thrive. So thank you for coming.